Now, the president of South Africa just finished doing the State of the Nation address, and I must say there are quite a number of things that came out on that address, which the first thing, of course, of his opening remarks was saying that SA or South Africa cannot be bullied, meaning that those countries outside of South Africa or those international countries cannot bully South Africa, which I think this is a very important message, especially seeing what happened from, of course, America, Trump threatening to drop the PEFA aid, which the president indicated that it was 17%, or it's only 17% of the entire fund. I mean, he said already, because of those threats that they received from the US, saying that they could cut the PEFA aid, which helps or helps millions and millions of South Africans to get the HIV and AIDS treatment. He indicated that South Africa would not be bullied, and they are already looking at other alternatives to help the fund should the US withdraw, which is something that is great, something that I think it's a good initiative by the president. Now, the second thing that to me that was very interesting, it's where the GDP forecast is expected, or what you expect in terms of our economy activities. And this is the GDP, of course, forecast, where he said GDP, they are expecting it to grow to 3%. 3% is their target. Yes, I know investors apparently are saying 5% should be the one that can deal with our issues, but the president said that they are targeting 3%, and he hopes that they achieve that very soon. Especially looking at the fact that in Q3 of last year, SA GDP contracted by 0.3%. There's still much to be done. I know he spoke of improving the ports, he spoke on improving logistics, which that hopefully it gets to contribute to the economy of this country, which leads into obviously things improving. I mean, he spoke of quite a number of roads projects that are coming, infrastructure projects that are coming, which this is good for job creation. We know that through this project, millions and millions of South Africa get job opportunities or get to be employed through these contracts or through these projects, which is always a good thing. There needs to be construction activities that happen in South Africa so that people can be employed, people can get job opportunities, which will be the thing that, of course, takes or recovers the economy. I mean, another key thing was, of course, the municipality issues. A lot of municipalities are not functioning very well, meaning that they are not making money, and this is due to, of course, technical skills which are lacking in these municipalities. He's also touched base on that, and therefore they need to have the technical skills in order to run this municipality, and this municipality needs to be supported to be able to be fully functional again and generate income for themselves. Because if there's one thing that is making, of course, state-owned entities to struggle or to suffer or to not make enough money, is because of the municipalities that are not making money or making profits, which ends up being a problem, because then they end up owing millions and millions to state-owned entities like Eskom, which is something that is not good. To see that the strategy is also looking at addressing the issues that are in the municipality space, it's something that is very, very good. These are some of the things that are important for our economies, especially the job creation, where he said that in the next 3 years they are intending on spending 940 billion rands on projects. This is good news, because this will not only attract investors or make, of course, give a boost to our economy in terms of permanent job creation, together with the job creation as this infrastructure are being built. This is a very good initiative. We want projects, we want constructions, we want the GDP or the economic activities to improve, so that, of course, things becomes much better for this country. Ports needs to be addressed, and this is where he also said they are being restored to world-class standards, which is something that is very, very good. He mentioned about a harbour in Northern Cape, which will be key, of course, harbour to help in of course, boosting the South African economy. I mean, he spoke about the mining industry and how it plays a huge role into the South Africa's economy, which is something that is good. He also spoke about tourist attractions, Robben Island being the area where it is picked, where apparently the in 2024 they received 300,000 people visiting Robben Island, of which majority of those were coming from South Africa. But this year they are intending on increasing their capacity to receive around 500,000 people. He also spoke about healthcare. He spoke about crime. With crime, he said that artificial intelligence will be used, and they are going to be deploying more police investigators to investigate these cases, which I think all this was good. All this, what he said, I think it was good, but to a certain degree. I mean, something that I believe that he should have addressed more is when he was talking about the pass rate from the grade 12 students who sat in and wrote their exams last year. I mean, kudos, that figure has never been achieved in South Africa, and seeing the pass rate going that high, I think it's commendable. Our future looks so bright, but something that, or the gap that it did not address, obviously is the gap of where these learners now they are passing, but they don't have space in institutions or in higher learning institutions. This is a very serious problem in South Africa. I mean, right now institutions are having to reject quite a number of students that did very well, that passed very well, because of the number of students they can only accept based on their facilities, which is something that is not good. So there are quite a number of students that are passing very well, that pass very well. I mean, if I remember very well, out of the 70% pass rate, almost 50% of those, they obtained bachelor passes. Half of the people that passed, they passed very well, which means that they could get a space into a university. But now, with the universities not having enough space, this is a problem, and it needs to be addressed. I believe more universities needs to be constructed or to be built to make sure that there is enough capacity to cater for the students that pass their matric. I mean, this same situation or this same problem will be there next year. This same problem will be there in years to come, and the only solution is to either increase the current capacity of the institutions or build new universities, which is very, very critical, because these are the kids that will shape our tomorrow, and it's very important that they go to school, they study, and they contribute in our economy, which is very, very important. So the key thing to me, as you know that this channel is all about investing, it was of course the GDP forecast as said by the president, who said that they are targeting 3%. I know some people are saying the target should be 5%, but let's see how they will get to that 3%. Let's see if really they will push and get to that 3%, because as I've said, Q3 last year, GDP contracted by 0.3%, which is not good, but hopefully things get better with time. Hopefully we can see the economy of this country improving, which will be good news to also the investors, because the more the economy does well, the more investors will come and invest into our country. So yeah, man, this is what the president said. I thought I shared this with you, and yeah, it was a good thing. Like I said, the opening remarks of saying that South Africa will not be bullied, it was something that really excited me and made me really like that bold statement, because if we don't put our foot down, we are going to be tossed to and fro by some of these countries that just want to see us, of course, not progressing. See you on my next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. Once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I'll see you on my next video, and God bless you all.